地球之肾，生态保护为主，在生态保护的基础上，适度开发推动旅游。旅游呢，不能牺牲生态。
Starting from Xixi, China has established 899 national wetland parks over the past decade, forging harmony between human beings and nature.
生态本身就是一种经济，你保护生态，生态也会回馈你。
良好的生态环境是最普惠的民生福祉。总书记强调，席集实地的自然生态治理，就是要求我们要统筹好生产、生活、生态三大同心突厥，发挥湿地生态资源的优势，创造探索出更多人与自然和谐相处的经验。
Hello and welcome to Lifestyle. I'm Guo in Beijing. First, let's find out what's been trending lately.
Zize kubuyisa waba China kubanga nduddewo nga mpulira obulumi omugongo gunnuma nga gutambulira mu kugulu kyempulira nti ng'omusuwa guluddewo nga gunnuma maze emyaka 2 nga mpulira obulumi obwo bw'amaanyi bwe mba nayimiridde okutuula buba buzibu ate bwe mba natudde okusituka kiba kizibu kati obulumi obwo bwe mbadde ntuuse mu ddwaliro buno nibagamba nti abachina we bali bakola ninzirukirawo kubanga obulumi nduddewo nga bw'amaanyi ningamba oba oli awo nfunye wenja okuwonera.
The acupuncturist, Li Xiaobin, is part of a 7-man Chinese medical team on a 1-year tour of duty at the 100-bed China-Uganda Friendship Hospital. China has been sending medical specialists including acupuncturists to Uganda since 1983 to boost healthcare provision in the East African country.
I have worked in this acupuncture room 1 month. I think I have seen a lot of people come here once, twice. Why he comes here so many times? Maybe I think it's by use. I think acupuncture is important for Uganda because a lot of patients they have some medicine as a painkiller, but somebody have no use, so they come to here. Take some acupuncture. After acupuncture, he feel better.
The acupuncture clinic is held twice a week with dozens of patients queuing for the service. Li hopes that his assistants, who are interns at the hospital, will grasp the skill and take on the practice after he's gone.
We are able to take on the acupuncture because we have been going through different lessons and lectures with him. We are interested, we are passionate, and we are ready to treat our fellow Ugandans even in his absence.
这种活动呢，是会让更多中国的朋友了解到巴基斯坦，然后让我们也是更多了解跟中国的朋友交流，了解中国的文化。
先只能在电视上接触，这次是现实中近距离的接触，了解了当地的这种文化呀、美食呀这一类的，感觉都特别好。希望有机会的话，以后可以去现场去巴基斯坦去旅游一下。
A Kazakh embroiderer from northwest China's Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region has been improving her work by learning Sushu, or Suzhou embroidery, one of the 4 major Chinese embroidery styles. The 45-year-old Hatma Enadu met with Lu Fuying, an inheritor of Sushu, while taking part in an embroidery training course in 2019 in East China's Jiangsu province. 2 years later, Enadu again got in touch with Lu again and came under Lu's tutorship. Enadu believed that the complex needlework of Sushu is quite inspiring.
那我就是取长补短嘛，它的精细度呀，就是他们在选材选料上面，我就是跟我们的哈萨克刺绣再融合一下，就是把我们做出来一些刺绣的用品再提高一步。刺绣还是哈萨克刺绣，都是中华民族的优秀传统文化。其实文化的交流就是人心与心的交流。
在交流过程中呢，其实相互的也是学习。 大家一起了解一些就是不同的文化。
Enadu hopes that she could become an inheritor of Kazakh embroidery, and make her contributions to the industry of the traditional stitchwork.
A scenic highway built across Hongkang Village in northwest China's Xinjiang has boosted local tourism industry and improved people's well-being. The 301.6-kilometer S101 highway links provincial capital Urumqi with Bayango Pasture in Wusu City. Along the road, travelers can enjoy views of Yardang, Danja, the Gobi Desert, river valleys, canyons, alpine meadows and forests which are called the Geographic Gallery on the Tianshan Mountain.
以前呢，我们这个 S101线全是石子路，通过去年这个 S101线铺设这个油路全线贯通，来的游客多了。我们这个民族从去年的这个3家餐饮发展到今年的32家。 带动了我们当地的这个农民，就在这个本村不用出远门，就在本村就业，增加了收入。随着旅游业的发展，我们村现在越来越好了。
最近旅游旺季，游客也特别多。以前这里啊都是一个小山村啊，都是土房子。去年我回来发现啊，这变化特别大，所以我决定回来创业。自己家门口都能挣到钱，我何必要到外面打工去呢？我们这里啊非常干净，厨房呀、卫生间呀、洗浴设施啊，现在都是用的电。为了开电车的客人们方便，我在院子里面也安了充电桩了。乡村的电气化的发展特别快，让游客体验和这里的环境都更好了。
有一群学员投稿，就是想跳一些就是用中国风结合街舞的形式的舞蹈，然后我就尝试了一下，然后发现其实还是蛮创新的，就是蛮有意思的。1、2、3、4、5、6、7，你要往前看的时候，你的身体和手是相呼应的。讲究的是声韵这一块，声音这一块很难去把握它，所以说如果是结合了爵士，然后去用身体去卡节奏，比如说我咔咔，我去停住了，这样的话就比较方便学员们理解。我进这个机构，从才2、3个人跳舞变成了10多个人一堂课，就是真的慢慢的就是越来越多人会就是对文化产生自信哦。
大家都说披着床单被套的那个小女生长大，就是自己都会有对中国文化的这种向往。
我们管理的这些小孩子。上课下课前拿着棍子都在那舞啊舞啊舞的，那从小就有一个武术梦的。其实，当时武馆的话定暑期班的时候，其实只有1个班，那个班也只有12个人。现在的话，基本上有3个班了，小孩大概就30、40号人这样，成人基本上稳定了在7、8个一个班。然后，并且我们还会进行一些去各个单位教学的一些公益课程。
If you look around, you'll see the place is packed with tourists who are waiting to take a photo with the tree. Barely does anyone know that the tree has its own guardian. Hu Xiaochun is the tree's 19th guardian, and he has worked here for about 12 years.
The tree grows out of the rocks with a long branch extending to one side. It got the name mainly because it appears to be greeting anyone who arrives on the scene. The tree is believed to be about 1,000 years old, standing at about 1,700 meters above sea level. Apart from protecting the tree from breaking in extreme weathers, Hu also has to keep an eye on wild animals to prevent them from damaging the tree. The first person was appointed to guard the tree in 1981. Since then, the convention has been preserved for 41 years.
这个主要是看它的纹理，主要是对它一个纹理表皮的一个菌种进行一个查看，看看是否有异常，特别是在上面有我们防止一些虫害，特别是蚂蚁啊，对这些表皮有影响。
Huangshan Mountain, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, covers an area of about 1,200 square kilometers, and it's famous for its peculiarly shaped rocks, ancient pines, and hot springs.
The greeting pine of the mountain is a symbol of Chinese people's hospitality, stretching out its arms to welcome tourists from home and abroad.
And that's all for today's Lifestyle. Thank you for being with us. See you next time.
Simon is a French yoga teacher in Shanghai. Normally, he teaches face-to-face classes. But today, he came to teach a virtual class through a smart mirror. This sharp image in the mirror makes you believe Simon is standing in front of you, but the technology is far more than that. Before Simon's going to teach a virtual yoga class, he decides to be a student first.
请问一下，能不能体验中国风格的活动？
可以的，那我就给你推荐八段锦。
Then Coach Hu Chan activated the class by a cell phone app.
今天这节课是想让你感受你的呼吸、你的身体，感受八段锦的前两个动作。
I think, as this is the first time that I'm practicing in front of a mirror, this is interesting because you can see yourself while you are practicing. It's a good idea.
When Simon is practicing, the smart motion sensors can track his movements, provide real-time feedback about his form, and count his reps as he follows workouts on its integrated display.
This is quite good because you always have feedback on some details like the heartbeat and stuff. You see the mirror trying to correct your posture. Of course, this is better than a simple streaming class.
谢谢你的赞。
Now, it's Simon's turn to go inside the mirror.
Hi, Simon.
Hi, Harvey.
我们在所有的教学过程中，这一边是我们的左边，但其实是他们的右边，所以你要去适应左边和右边是跟我们自己是相反的。左边和右边是哪一侧？ 左手，
伸直左腿，
非常好。说话的过程中也要去跟他们说更多的“你们还好吗？你们可以再继续吗？”要给他们更多的这样的一些提示。
Okay, let's do it. 大家好，我是西蒙老师。我今天展示一下一个很简单的瑜伽串联。我们现在开始做一个下犬式，推你们的臀部往后。
John in Shenzhen is trying to make a robot act like a human. Dr. John M. Gonzalez, a graduate from the University of California, Berkeley, was originally an algorithm engineer working on unmanned vehicle positioning systems. Last year, he jumped from the self-driving car industry to one of the top robotics companies in China.
Because I enjoy using mathematics, physics, software and engineering tools to solve real-world problems. You know, here I have the opportunity to leverage my multidisciplinary training and technical skill set to make a meaningful positive impact on society.
After joining the robotic engineering team in China, John finds out that he needs to connect his skills to various fields in the application of the robot, and his knowledge keeps growing. At the same time, he gains rich experience in teamwork especially in English and Chinese.
The engineers at UBTech are divided into teams that focus on specific functionality. So I work with engineers across these teams to add intelligent capabilities to our robots. So I've strengthened my expertise in navigation algorithms, localization algorithms, fleet control algorithms, especially language skills in English and Chinese, since I have to coordinate between teams here in China and in the US.
And now, John is working on a healthcare robot, which is quite an inspiring and exciting experience.
I've learned that any robotic solution really needs to address the true problem or the pain points that medical staff or elderly, face out in the field. And that's something that you can't really replicate inside an office or a laboratory. It's something that you need to be out in the field to learn. The tech industry in China has grown tremendously over the past decade, and I think it's an exciting time to be here.
Robert Quash is a French designer. 4 years ago, he quit his job in Germany and came to Xiamen to join one of the top shoe brands in China.
During all my business trip in China, I was very attracted to the Chinese energy, in this country, how this country grows, same as Anta, and I feel like I wanted to be part of it.
In recent years, the designing industry has quickly digitized in China and around the world. Robert and his colleagues designing tools mostly depend on electronic devices. 2 years ago, Robert learned how to use a VR three-dimensional tool to do this job, which is like a revolution in the industry.
You put a helmet and you can see everything in 3D. So the advantage of 3D is you can rotate your object. If in the air you turn quick, you add color, you change color, materials, you draw line, and you have everything in life. And the advantage of it, when you present this to your collaborators, sometimes they question, how does it look like from the top? I don't see this from this angle, so you can ensure every angle of your ideas.
And now, Robert is trying to apply the visual element of Chinese culture and the green concept to his design.
I read books and I watched documentary and movies from the Three Kingdoms. The tales, the legendary history, like Wukong. But the philosophy is very rich, is very interesting. Climate change is happening. I'm trying to do something in design, like using green technology, recycling materials. I really try to help the planet because it's not only us, it's the whole world, and also the next generation. This idea is very trendy in China. Go green and go digital is two things you need to combine together.
Hello, my name is Andreas Perotti.
Andreas Perotti is a CMO in Vienna who is working for one of the top drone companies in China. Andreas is obsessed with the idea of passenger drones, which is a way to solve a lot of problems like traffic jams. A few years ago, he decided to join the drone company and be part of the effort to change the way of human life in the future.
I'm really determined to join EHang because I think we can change the future lifestyle of mankind with these technologies. EHang is fantastic in software application, while the European aerospace industry is really sophisticated at hardware, and combining the best of both worlds makes a really successful product and cooperation. I 100% believe in the potential of moving certain areas of our today's mobility chains up into the air. Being up in the air has a lot of advantages, is super efficient. As mankind conquering the lower airspace for our everyday lives and being part of that journey in a company which is at the forefront here is a super exciting endeavor.
Andreas often traveled between China and Europe. He deeply fell in love with China.
It's one country, but it's cultural-wise and development-wise very diversified. This is what makes it so interesting. There is so much variety. Think about the cuisine, think about the food, think about the cities versus the countryside, think about the people themselves. Now I'm constantly learning various Chinese software skills, learning to deal around with WeChat and other great products you have, also to better perform our work. And yeah, at the end of the day, I'm trying to promote the power of drone technologies we have been creating worldwide.
As China is rapidly moving towards digitalization, Andreas hopes that the world can benefit from that. He started from internationalized drone technologies in China in the fireworks shows.
We call it aerial media in our portfolio. So you use basically hundreds or thousands of small drones with LED lightings to create amazing performances up in the air. And this business is quite, let's say, mature already in our domestic market back in China, and it's now scaling internationally. China is rapidly growing and moving towards digitalization, and I think the two sides should learn from each other, and we should stop thinking we're on the same side at the end of the day, because we all share one beautiful and amazing planet.
China, the world's largest producer and exporter of textile and garment. Keqiao District in Shaoxing, East China's Zhejiang Province, stands the world's largest textile professional market, China Textile City, whose total turnover exceeds 300 billion yuan in 2021, accounting for about 1/4 of the world's total volume of textile trade. Besides, the production capacity of the printing and dyeing industry in Keqiao accounts for about 1/3 of the whole country. After surviving two financial crises in 1997 and 2008, Keqiao has been maintaining a good development momentum, since its total volume of export trade exceeded $10 billion in 2013. Now, facing Russia-Ukraine conflict, COVID-19 pandemic, and soaring prices of bulk commodities, how will this World Textile City deal with the new challenges? Now, let's hear what the entrepreneurs here have to say.
今年以来，的确是就是碰到了前所未有的这个困难啊。但是我们在这样的情况下呢，我们仍然是还对自己还是有信心的。特别是我们这个跨境电商这一块，我们今年还是有所增长。我们这块内销这块，今年估计增长还是有50%左右的一个增长啊，因为我们这个专注这个。自己的窗帘专业啊，我们会把这个窗帘这个做得更好。
我已经销售量已经达到去年整年的一个水平，差不多已经达到了。今年我销售好的一个最主要的原因，一个我主要是做欧洲，我做意大利。意大利是本身来说是全世界的时尚之都，它要求的就是快，而且创新。然后。由于中欧班列现在的班次的增加，然后速度又快，我可以把中国，尤其是我们绍兴，当成是意大利的其中的一个重要的组成部分。我们通过意大利，我们散发到辐射到整个欧洲。所以说，你说我有没有信心？